For the next speaker, we've introduced him already, but I want to thank his wife as well, him and his wife. Every single week, they're in Durham every Shabbos, every year, every Shabbos, they're there weekly. And I want to call up Ray Brownstein, please come up. Rabbi Kalish ended off. Rabbi Kalish ended off with thanking the Ribbon Shalom. I just want to start off with thanking the Ribbon Shalom for everything that he has given us, with the yeshiva, with the parents, with the rabbeim, and everything that we have. It's every thank you that we say is only through the Ribbon Shalom. When we're thanking anyone, it's really just the shliach of the Ribbon Shalom, and Baruch Hashem, we're able to see it because of the nisim that he does for us on a daily. I myself am only able to be here. I'm only able to be up here and to do everything that I could do for the yeshiva because of my family and because of my wife. So first and foremost, I'd like to thank my wife for being here to be always and being here to the yeshiva always. Most of the office staff was not able to come. A lot of times they do get the raw end of the deal where they don't always get to meet the guys, they don't always get to meet the parents, but they do get the phone calls. They get when they're trying to get in touch with someone, and we can't get in touch with my son's Rebbe, we can't get in touch with Rabbi Kalish or someone else. A lot of times we do get in touch with the office. So I'd like to just thank the office, Mrs. Linda and Mrs. Basley, who always do to try to keep everybody in touch. Where Yehuda Zellman tried to discuss, different aspects of education, I think we can all admit that for the most part, a lot of aspects of yeshiva are unconventional, including the English program. Just the setting up and the continuing of an English program, an English curriculum that's there for the guys to pass. The point of the curriculum is just for guys to get a diploma and for guys to pass. So I know Mo Nader was here before. I just want to thank him in front of everyone for all that he does to try to make sure that we do pass. There's an interesting sequence in Parshas Naso where the Parsha starts off, discussing different Inyanim of Kedusha with the Leviim, with the Karbanis at the end, and in between there's a shvua if somebody swears falsely when he steals money, and the lashon is it's called the me'ilah, which is generally a lashon that we use when somebody uses hektish improperly, which A, it's a funny place to discuss a shvuah on gezel, and B, why is that considered a me'ilah? Why is that like I'm stealing from hektish? What aspect of, a lot of us have been told that there are aspects of money that you're supposed to shy away from it. You're supposed to keep away from it. Obviously, it's a necessity, but it's is it something that we work for, that we try to get, or is it something that we just need in order to afford to live? And if you're going to go with the second part, that it's just something that you need in order to live, then why are we calling it an evil? Why is it Adam Kimal? I mean, the pasuk seems to be saying there is an aspect of kedusha or of hektish there with this, with this shvuah. So I believe, and I, it really is true. We say that a person is placed in a certain part of the world. His parnasa is for him in this specific city. A person, is married in a specific, his zivug is there. It's a human being. His parnasa is also his zivug in his parnasa. Whether it's a koil guy, whether it's a rebbe, whether it's someone working, it's what the Rebbeinu Shalom is telling him, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Just because someone's working, just because someone's learning, just because someone's a rebbe, just because someone's in any form of business, that is kedusha. Every person in the world has what he's supposed to be accomplishing, what he's supposed to be doing. And I think one of the beauties of our grade, of this graduating class, is that guys were sitting there trying to figure out, what's my avodah? What am I supposed to be doing? What's my kedusha? Some guys, yes, they're supposed to be learning more. Some guys are supposed to be working on different inyanim more. Some guys are supposed to be, working even in English more, whether it's a VE class, whether it's any little last thing. He's honing his skill. That in of itself is his kedusha. That's what he's supposed to be doing. The pasuk is calling someone who swears falsely about Geza as someone who is being over in kedusha, because that's exactly what it is. Money given to you was given to you to use properly. It was given to you as yours. It wasn't given to someone else. It is a slight stretch to apply it even to something that we have in yeshiva right now. For years, the way the yeshiva ran was, well, in the beginning at least, it was a Rekewish gave first Seder for the 12th grade, and then there were different second Seder Rabbeim for the 12th graders. And then at a certain point, Rabbi Kewish decided he's not giving Gemara anymore. He's going to have more time to spend with the 12th graders to work on different things, and he's just going to give Musar. Now, for anyone who's ever heard Rabbi Kewish's Musar Shmuz, which a lot of us have been zofet to hear, we all want to listen in. So now there's basically this wait. When's Rabbi Kewish going to start Musar? And then whenever he finishes Musar, that's when the Rabbeinu used to give Shir. 2 years ago, Rabbi Kewish decided, okay, he's no longer giving Musar anymore for a Seder, and the Rabbeinu are now giving first Seder over, as Rabbi Kewish calls it, they're owning first Seder. And it started off as, you're unsure, is it going to take off? Rabbi Kewish himself is a draw to get guys into the base medrash. Is it going to work? Is it not going to work? Baruch Hashem, last year it was a huge success. And, the different Rabbeim gave a different style shir, a different type of shir. Each Rebbe gave the shir that was matim towards his shir and towards his personality and what he's able to give over and what he could give over towards that shir. This year, I believe it was taken to a whole new level, where if you walk into the base medrash on any given morning, and you'll have, each Rebbe literally has, his table or tables, or if it's Rabbi Shapiro, his own room, just surrounded by the guys in his shir. I personally believe that really is an aspect of the kedusha of what the pasuk is telling us, where each person has his own avodah and what he can give over and what he can receive, and where he is placed. Besides for the Rabbeim that gave shir, there's another group of guys in yeshiva that also give share. Whether it's first Seder, whether it's second Seder. Some of them live in the dorms, some of them live in the Mystic, and some of them get a bad rap. Either way, they're all sitting there in the Beis Medrash, they're all learning with the guys. You walk into the Beis Medrash again at any time, you have guys sitting around Rabbeim, you also have guys sitting around the dorm counselors. Each dorm counselor is sitting there, whether it's 2 guys, whether it's 3 guys, whether it's 4 guys, they're sitting there learning with the guys. They're sitting there lifting up the Beis Medrash. They're sitting there trying to make the Beis Medrash and making the Beis Medrash a Makom Torah with a huge Kol Torah. Now, we might think that a lot of times them sitting there in the Beis Medrash means they're not being busy at night. I just want to say over one story that happened to try to give us an idea of what the nights are like sometimes for the dorm counselors. It's a Friday night, and there's incessant knocking on the doors of where the Rabbeim are sleeping, and there's 2 dorm counselors that are asking for Rabbi Kalish or anyone that's able to help, just to talk to a boy that needs some talking. And, Rabbi Kalish went there, and the conversation started with Rabbi Kalish at 4:30, at 2:30, and I believe it ended after 7 o'clock. Now, after 8 o'clock. The dorm counselors were sitting with the boy themselves for over 2.5 hours talking to them. They're sitting there at night. It's night in, night out, but it's also day in, day out, just giving everything to the guys. A Rebbe has the confidence to leave the campus at night, knowing that the dorm counselors are going to sit there, being there for the guys, giving the guys the love, the respect, the validation, the covet, and making the guys comfortable to sleep at night, and giving the Rabbeim the comfort just to be able to sleep at night, not being worried about what exactly is going to happen on campus. So I think I would just like to thank all the dorm counselors, all of them really. It's very easy for someone to walk in and to sit there blabbering about what the different Rabbeim are doing. I believe it's much, much more powerful if the guys themselves can explain and tell us what is going on in each and every share. With that in mind, I would like to call up Shimmy Rosen to explain to us what goes on by Rabbi Shapiro.
It's funny, you can ask to share this, the guy in the share. There's one very iconic thing about Rabbi Shapiro's share, actually the share chat, actually. It's Rabbi Shapiro's voice notes. It may sound silly, but in a serious way, I get up every morning and I look at my phone and I see that voice note, Rabbi Shapiro voice message. I want to go to shir now. I want to go to shir. And let me get. So you can feel what I'm saying. Just the last.
Rabbi Isai, good morning, good morning. It is Monday. Monday today, last Monday of the year. going to be there literally in just a few minutes. I'm almost there on campus. I have some cookies with me and orange juice. And we're going to learn some Torah today. We're going to learn some Torah. Last night I was sprayed by a skunk, but that's So anyway, I just want to. So to me, I smell like sweet roses, but I don't know how I'm going to smell to you. So anyway, just want to put that in there. I'll see you guys in Mamish a few minutes. Mamish a few minutes. Last Monday of the year. Let's stay.
If Rabbi Shapiro could please come up to hand out the diplomas. If Ari Garfield could please come up to get his diploma. If Moshe Juni could please come up to get his diploma. If Moshe Shulman could please come up to get his diploma. Binyamin Brummer, can you please come up to get your diploma? Chaim Greengard, can you please come up to get David Moskowitz, can you please come up? David Spivak, can you please come up to get your diploma? Joey Morganson, can you please come up to get your diploma? Josh Ripstein, can you please come up to get your diploma? Morty Perwick, can you please come up to get your diploma? Moshe Tarjan, can you please come up to get your diploma? Naftali Horowitz, can you please come up to get your diploma? While Naftali's coming up, I would like to thank Mrs. Horowitz and Grandma, Naftali's grandmother, for coming up, for the dedication that they always show for their children and the grandchildren, both Naftali and Benji. Natan Rappaport, can you please come up? Noam Wyman, can you please come up? If I can ask Jimmy Stelter to please come up and get his diploma. Shui Reifert, can you please come up? Simcha Shorts, can you please board up to the deck? Tzvi Sicker, can you please come up to get your diploma? He just had knee surgery. He really would love to. Yaakov Koko, can you come up together? Yuri Singo, can you please come up together with the camera? To discuss the next year, I'd like to call up a bacher with the first thought that comes to mind when we think about this boy is just what a true friend, a loyal, thought-out friend he is to his roommates, to his friends, to the whole chabura. At a certain point throughout the year, he decided that Shacharis just needs a boost, needs more help. Guys have been taking it a little too easy when it came to Shacharis. He didn't just decide to wake himself up, it was his roommates that he woke up and he decided to create a whole revolution in the Carlton to get more guys to come and to join in Shacharis. So I'd like to call up Eli Danowitz to speak about what I have to share.
For taking me into this magical yeshiva in 10th grade, and for everything he does for me and everyone in yeshiva. Your unconditional love and patience with each of us is what brought us here today. Thank you, Rabbi Yates, for running everything so smoothly behind the scenes, for always giving such a genuine sense of stability, and for everything you do for the entire yeshiva. Whether you're starting your day with shofars or with shir, when you walk into the base, Rabbi Russ is there to greet you with the warmest hug, smile, and good morning. There's always that cool guy that everyone wants to sit next to by breakfast. We can all agree that's Rabbi Russ. Rabbi Russ's sensitivity and compassion makes it so easy to connect with him. Rabbi Russ comes back in the afternoon and many times at night, which gives us a lot of opportunity to discuss anything we want one-on-one. Rebbe is the best listener and always has the reassurance what to say. Rebbe doesn't have an agenda. He doesn't come in with an amount of Gemara or a specific lesson that we need to learn that day. Rebbe comes in for a week. Sometimes it's talking about sports or any other topics that interest us. Rebbe's interested in what's happening in our lives, our challenges, and Rebbe's here to help us through them. Rebbe, that interest you have in us is what brings us back to share every single day. One of the most iconic things in yeshiva is the Rabbi Ross hand squeeze. When Rebbe squeezes your hand, just looks straight into your eyes, calls you by your full name, you feel loved. You feel like Rebbe has us. Because Rebbe does have us. Thank you so much for everything, Rebbe. Every guy creates such a comfortable atmosphere for the next guy. When you walk into the base, you're getting hugs from everybody, everyone's asking how you're doing, how your night was. Sitting by Shir feels like you're sitting at your dining room table with your family. It's a real love, respect, and understanding that everyone has for each other. I'm so lucky to be in a Shir with guys who are pushing to grow every day. We're always there for the next person, and are constantly working with their relationship with Hashem. Something we can all thank our Meros for. Ralphie, I don't think there was ever a day that I was by Shir that you weren't. Webs, Judah, Dave, we're lucky you guys came back. You had a lot. My roommates, Yossi and Zach. You guys are the best. Thank you for being the most encouraging friends. Thank you for pushing me to go to Shabbos, share, and grow in every way. All of us are walking out of this year with so much. The Rebbe's love and care, we've all grown into philo, learning, relationships, and being a genuine Eved Hashem. Thank you, Rebbe. And thank you, boys, for a lifetime of memories and friendships I'll cherish forever.
If Rabbi Russ could please come up to give out the diploma. Thank you, Ellie. If Gabriel Weberman could please come up. Judah Corey, can you please come up to get the diploma? Morty Munchin, can you please come up to get your... Nisana Devore, can you come up to get your diploma? Pitty Rossman, can you please come up? Rafi Fishbaum, can you come up to get your diploma? Cerui Levovitz, can you come up to get your diploma? We want to thank the Khans for coming here in the middle of Sheva Brachos. We want Yaakov Khan to come up to get his diploma. Yehuda Judd Mandel, can you come up? Hiya. Yossi Klein, can you come up to get your diploma? Captain Zach, can you come up to get your diploma? Zelen Lieberman, can you come up to get your diploma? Abe Plotzker, can you come up to get your diploma? Mazel tov Naftali Fagan. Avi Swebner, can you come up to get your Sroey Wright, can you come up to get your diploma? Chaim Lowy, can you come up to get your diploma? And David Clare, can you come up to get your diploma? Dovie Klein, can you come up to get your diploma? The next boy is going to come up to speak about his share. Is a 2-year vet in his share. However, he's someone who never just wants to accept what someone else says. Just because you're saying I should do one thing, he's not going to listen. He's almost always going to try to figure out, is that the best thing to do? Or maybe I should try to do something else. So he started off the year by his Rebbe. He then switched to another share for a couple months, for a couple hours of the day. And then he goes back towards the end of the year to Rabbi Kaf every single day to hear share from Rabbi Kaf. If Yisrael Rosenberg could come up to describe what Rabbi Kaf does in share every day.
Everyone knows how much the school preaches connection. Rabbi Kamish's wisdom designed yeshiva to bring this out in many ways, from his encouraging words to caring dorm counselors. However, there's two things in recent years that's been the most important tool to get people connected, and that's been the Rebbe and Yeshir. As we say here in yeshiva, we try and see the other guy with all his unique views and outlooks. Just like each guy is different, each Rebbe brings a different perspective as well as a different share experience. A word or two to describe some of the Rebbeim from how I've seen them. Rabbi Shapiro, witty and intelligent. Rabbi Wisnicki, grounded and thought out. Rabbi Yitz, sympathetic and mushy.
As for Rabbi Koff, I have more than just 2 words. Everyone who's been married for a while knows that after a couple years, you've heard every story your spouse has to say. This isn't a competition, but Reverend Koff, I've heard those stories just as much as you. I've been in Rabbi Koff's shoe the past years, and I can say I know him pretty well. Rabbi Koff is everything I want to be. He's exactly where I want to be in my future. His ability to see other people's perspectives is just incredible. He is so unbelievably humble and caring. He accepts every person he sees with open arms. He's amazingly empathetic and so respectable. At the same time, he's completely down to earth, and he knows how to start a conversation with just about everybody. I've told this to more than one person, how I'm jealous of Rabbi Koff and his wife's connection. The amount of respect they have for each other, their sensitivity towards each other, and the way they push each other to inspire each other to grow is really beautiful to me. Who he is as a father is a dream for any kid. I think I might just have Rabbi Koff raise my kids for me. Don't worry, I'll pay him. A good amount too. One might even say enough to buy a Tesla. But on a real note, his love for his daughters has no limits. And the way he raises them, not through forcing or fear, but by leading by example, by explaining, and through validating their emotions, is truly inspirational. Like Yehuda Zalman said, what you want in a Rebbe is someone that you look to, and you say, I want what he has. And Rabbi Koff is exactly that. Before Waterbury, I never really understood the concept of a role model. I would see people with praiseworthy aspects, and I'd say to myself, I want to have those attributes myself. But it wasn't until I got to know Rabbi Koff that I knew what it meant to truly want to emulate someone. Something we talk a lot about in Shir is about living in reality. The idea that there's an intrinsic truth in life. The importance of basing our lives on something strong and independent of our emotional flare-ups. Not being someone whose morals change on a whim. To make choices off our thoughts. Not chas v'shalom to ignore our emotions, but to not act on how we feel at a given moment and to think it out clearly. We must always understand the difference between knowing something and having it as an emotional reality. The example we use in Shir a lot is of the guy that smokes cigarettes. Everyone knows cigarettes are bad for you, but that doesn't stop the person who's addicted. It's because he doesn't feel it emotionally. But if he knows it in his head, if he were to know it emotionally, he would be able to stop. Bring that over to Yiddishkeit. When we make Hashem present in our lives, we live with that knowledge that everything happens is for our best. We know that we are taken care of. I'm a huge fan of psychology, so anything to do with that goes over very well with me, and I tend to remember it more. Whenever we talk about Hashem's control, Rabbi Koff likes to bring up this psychological statistic, that a child that growing up never heard the word say no, never heard the word no, grows up with intense anxiety. You might wonder why that is. It seems that all his wants are fulfilled. We all like to think that if we had our needs fulfilled the way we imagined, we would be happy. But when we answer why this child has so much fear about his life, we discover that the child understands his own situation, that his parents can't say no. He also knows that he is just a kid. He's confronted with the terrifying thought that he's all alone and taking care of himself. It's then that we realize that there's a great comfort to having someone that knows better in charge of you. And through that, we can better appreciate Hashem's control in our life. Rabbi Kilish once said in a podcast, if you were an irreligious kid in a mainstream yeshiva, would you feel inspired by Yiddishkeit going there? The answer for most is a resounding no. A close friend of mine who went through an incredibly difficult life, especially regarding his father, who for most people is their role model for Judaism, as well as a tough time in the yeshiva system, admitted to me that Up until now, he had hated every version of Judaism he ever encountered. He said only Rabbi Koss was the one he actually respected. Rabbi Koss share is full of many things. Rabbi Koss' favorite Mishlei Psukim, advice on being a good father and husband, what it means to have morals, and some controversial opinions on eggs, which are quite frankly wrong. But the most important thing which Rabbi Kashir has given me and many others is a delicious taste for Judaism and a craving to be a better person. Something which I bless everyone here to have and to never stop building. Some quick thank yous. I want to thank Hashem for this amazing life that He's given me, full of amazing people and amazing tools that He's given me. I want to thank Rabbi Kilish for creating this amazing, amazing place that's helped build me into the person that I am. I want to thank Rabbi Koff, of course. You're such an astonishing person, yet you're so normal and down to earth. Wow, I love you, Rebbe. And last but certainly not least, I want to thank my parents. I put you guys through a lot, and still you guys, no matter what I did, you greeted me with unconditional love. You've grown so much, maybe more than me. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be the person I am. To watch you guys go on a journey just as I did, it's so inspirational, and it's so supporting. I want to especially thank my mom. Wow, I can't. The person you are today is incredible. I love you so much. I love you, Dad. I love my friends. Thank you guys so much.
Rabbi Koff, could you please come up to give out your diplomas? Can Adam Yakovov come up to get his diploma? Next. Akiva Stuntman, can you come up to get your diploma? Azriel Lubavik, can you come up? Mel Gola, can you come up to get your diploma? End of an era. Joe Kreindler, can you come up to get your diploma? Since only Rabbi Russ is allowed to call him Nachum, Momo Rigo, can you come up to get your diploma? He He went to Eretz Yisrael for his sister's wedding, all right? Morty Weeder, can you come up to get your diploma? Moshe Partosh, can you come up? He left? He was here before. Shimmy Grossman, can you come up? Shimmy Kapelowitz, can you come up to get your diploma? Tui Feld, can you come up to get your diploma? Yaakov Zaitchik, can you come up to get your diploma? Yukasio Blumenthal, can you come up to get your diploma? Yisrael Ashkenazi, can you come up to get your diploma? The next prophet that I'd like to call up to describe what goes on in his shir is someone that has been hogging Rabbi Kalish at the Shabbos table for at least 2 years. Last year he was getting a lot of dirty looks, he was getting snide remarks. This year he belongs there, he deserves it. He was the first team of the year. Generally speaking, there's no siyumim. There's no siyumim at the beginning of the year. But when Aryeh Shuster says he wants to finish the Mesivta, and he finishes the Mesivta, and he gives us a pshat on Makis that totally rocked the world, we'll make a sim in the beginning of the year. So I'd like to ask Aryeh Shuster to describe what goes on in Rabbi Gleason.
Thank you everyone for coming here this afternoon. Before I would begin my speech, I would like to give a couple of shout outs to some important people. Firstly, to my parents. Thank you for being the most amazing role model possible. Thank you for, instead of telling me what to do, you showed me how to act. To the Rav, thank you so much for helping me grow into a better person every day with Musar, for always being the inspiration for me whenever I need it. Rabbi Yitz, thank you so much for giving everything to Yeshiva. We see all the time how much Yeshiva means to you, for how much you give to this Yeshiva. If anyone here were to walk into the base magic on any given morning, one of the first things to catch your eye would be a glazer and a shear learning intensity. What started out as a small group of 8 guys, and throughout the year, more and more people joined. Why? What about Rabbi Glazer and Ashir attracted so many people? I believe the answer is simple. Rabbi Glazer's love and warmth, his love for us, and his love for teaching us. Every day, Rebbe walked in with a big smile on his face. Excited for the day, excited to be with us, excited to teach us. We all caught on and wanted a part of it. So off we went to share, and wow, did we get a part of it. The way he explained the Gemara with such depth and clarity is remarkable. The way he cared so much that if one of us didn't understand something, he'd repeat it again and again and again until he fully understood, showed how much he loved us and wanted us to grow. A bunch of times throughout the year was someone in the Shir's birthday. On those occasions, Rabbi Glazer would come in with a bigger smile than usual and a platter of cookies. What I found cool about this is that instead of going to the store and getting cookies that are made in the bakery for anyone, he brought us homemade cookies. Cookies made for us, with us in mind. I believe the same thing can be said about how he taught us Torah. He took Torah, instead of teaching us just a book, he took Torah and made it handcrafted for me and for you. He taught us that Torah is personal and that everyone has their own unique style. I believe that what we've accomplished this year as a group is phenomenal. From Sukkot B'Iyad in the beginning of the year, to Talmud at the end of the year, and all the random youngim in the middle, we're all able to witness our own personal growth and our growth as a group. Few significant areas of growth are learning how to learn, finding enjoyment in Torah, and learning how to live the Torah life. Although each person grew at their own pace, I can say with confidence that we all have helped each other grow together in all of these areas. The relationships that have been formed from this year are amazing. Every day we all join together to learn and enjoy each other's presence. We've celebrated together, grown together, and been through a year together. So to all you guys, thank you, and I love you. To Rebbe, thank you so much for loving me, caring for me, and teaching me. I love you.
Rabbi Glazer, please come up. Avi Weiner, please come up. Aviel Hesgian, please come up. Captain of the hockey team, Ben Tyler extraordinaire, Avi Jacobs, please come up. Yehuda Zellman, please come up. From St. Louis, Missouri, BZ Hoffman, please come up. Great defensive stopper, brilliant mind, Ben Tyra, Eitan Weiner, please come up. Beautiful Midas, co-captain of the basketball team, come back up, Avi Weiner. Good-looking shooter, Ben Tyra, and thankful to be back to lead the yeshiva another year. Yehuda Lerfeld, please come up. Fresh off his siyum, one of the leaders of our shir, Yosef Pagro, please come up. One of the great B'nai Torah in Yeshiva, presently in the middle of a family simcha. The recorder of all the shiurim that go out. One of the beautiful Bali Midas in our shir, Shalom Landau. Please come up.
To describe what goes on around the next table, I'd like to call up a boy who is a true friend to all his friends. Everyone in yeshiva knows that he'll always have his friends back. You don't want to get involved with any of his friends in the wrong way, because he will have them their back. Not only that, when it comes to reffing a game, he's somebody who totally gave himself over to the league to get yelled at, to get screamed at, and more, like everybody in yeshiva. I'd like to call up Yuri Einhorn.
I would like to start off by obviously thanking the most important people here, my mother and my father for coming out. 1 and 2, and of course Malka and the carriage. I also like to thank everybody that's here, all the parents, the mothers, the fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers, uncles, everybody for coming out today and making the drive. We all appreciate it. Everybody here appreciates you being here. When you walk into the base, you take a glance around, you look at the top left, you see Rabbi Russ is here. If you look at the back corner, you see Rabbi Farkas. Top right, you see Rabbi Koff. The back of the base, of course, Rabbi Zone. In a totally separate room in the annex, you'll see Rabbi Shapiro. In the middle of the base, every day, is a shir that I got to be part of for 2 years. Rabbi Brownstein shir. The shir is a smaller group of 12th and 13th graders that come every day and we learn together. Rabbi comes in every day, every week on that parsha, every day something. We go deeper and deeper into the parsha as the week goes. Chumash usually goes for about 30 plus minutes of Nate Isaac yelling at Rabbians, Daniel yelling at Nate, Elio Abudi yelling at Rabbians, Minish and MJ trying to get at least one word in, and everybody else just looking. After about 20 minutes, 30 minutes of Rabbians giving cheer, we finally look at him and go, so Rebbe, what's the answer? And without any doubt, every single time we ask that question, we always get the same exact answer. There is none. I don't know. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. Right about now, every parent in this crowd is like, oh, finally, the kid gives a short speech, we can all go home, we'll start dancing, go out to dinner. Very nice way, you guys are extremely wrong. I'd like to take these next few minutes to thank the backbone of this entire yeshiva. I'd like to thank Rabbi Brownstein for every single thing that he does. And because he does so much, I'm going to have to lift my phone and read off everything. I'd like to thank Rebbe for always being there to talk to. I'd like to thank Rebbe for his caring for every single kid in yeshiva. I'd like to thank Rabbians for knowing more about every kid in yeshiva than they know about themselves. I'd like to thank Rebbe for the honesty and humility he comes in with every single day. I'd like to thank Rebbe for being selfless. I'd like to thank Rebbe for giving every second he could to our amazing yeshiva. I'd like to thank Rebbe for telling me that it's not a cold and it's just sarno and I should just get over it. I'd like to thank Rebbe for the tissues and the hot cups he brings in every single day. I'd like to thank Rebbe for the drinks at every single sports game and tournament. I'd like to thank Rebbe for being in the yeshiva every night at the wildest hours. I'd like to thank Rebbe for telling me that Avi Warner should get a tech for grabbing onto the rim for too long. I'd like to thank Rabbians for telling me that Ari Eisenberger is holding out of 5 yards. I'd like to thank Rebbe for texting me the Shabbos every single night of Shabbos. I'd like to thank Rebbe for telling me to put my phone away during shir because I'm a 13th grader and I should maybe grow up a little bit. I'd like to thank Rebbe for never giving me an answer, but instead telling me to think about it and think about it honestly and get a decision by myself. I'd like to thank Rebbe for pushing me, and of course, I have to do this. I'd like to thank Rebbe Brownstein for everything that she does, and for allowing Rebbe to come in every day at ridiculous hours and do the things that he does. I'd like to thank Rebbe for looking at me every morning and saying good morning Yiddish when I walk in 15 minutes late to shoppers. Thank you, Rebbe, for every single thing that you've done for me. You've made these past 2 years an amazing years. I'd like to thank Rabbi Kalish for every single thing that he does. I'd like to thank him for the high fives, the compliments, the answers, the good mornings, the hugs, and everything. If there's one way that I'd like to finish this speech, it's this way. Nate, where are you? Nate, hit it.
The energy of our Chabura, this growing Ben Torah, brings it. Every sporting event, and more importantly in the Beis Medrash. A regular at Shachris, Avi Block, please come up. Member of the hockey team, but more importantly, a beautiful growing Ben Torah. Tremendous midas. Avi Wurzberger, please come up. Our Gabbai, Balachrayas, Ben Torah, Gluvar Chabura, Bainish Fretter, please come up. Loyal friend, inquisitive mind, beautiful midas, Ben Torah extraordinaire, Daniel Gradko. All-Star edition this year. Tremendous midas, elevated the entire shir. A member of the downstairs Waterbury crew, a superstar member, Eliyahu Abudi. Brilliant, cool, musical, veteran of the yeshiva, beloved member of our Chabura, Luzzy Blatter, please come up. To watch this next Bacher daven is a treat. You see sincerity, honesty, beautiful Ben Torah. Mayor Resnick, please come up. Fresh off his beautiful siyum, this Bacher has earned the respect of our whole Chabura, magnificent growth this year, a member of the Minyanim, constantly in the Beis Medrash. M.J. Schachter, please come up. The yeshiva is honoring his parents as parents of the year, but his peers have voted him son of the year. An anchor of the beautiful Shacharis revolution in yeshiva, at Musser daily, a constant present in the Beis Medrash, Mo Muller, please come up. Our whole shir stands in awe at this Bacher's growth. We speak in yeshiva about shleimus, Torah, tefillah, midas, his work on himself with tremendous dedication. We stand in awe of his accomplishments. Morty Slomowitz, please come up. A Talmud Muvak of Rabbi Brownstein, a tremendous growing person. I would call him the voice of our Chabura, an energy, a great energy of the yeshiva. Nate Isaacs, please come up. This bacher from minute one this year, Minyanim, he owned the Minyanim. This good-looking, growing Ben Tyra, who we're thankful was here for a year, but is like a 4-year vet. Netanel Mammon, please come up. In the few short months that this bacher has been in yeshiva, he has energized our chabura. He's fit in like a glove, and we're thankful to have him. Shalom Coco. This next Bacher Siyum was one of the most inspiring events of the year. He is one of the leaders of this Chabura, mature, sophisticated, smart, and he finished the Mesivta learning with his father, Shlomo Greenwald. Please come up. The next Bacher, one of the most honest people I've ever met, and one of the kindest, tremendous combination, an authentic, sincere person who will always have a nice word. You walk into the Beis Medrash and you get a greeting from him that makes your day every day. Shragi Pineth, please come up.
To describe what goes on at the final table, I'd like to call up someone who joined us in the middle of the year, from the sweetest, nicest, and smartest guys I've ever met. He's thought out, he knows exactly what he wants in most situations. I'd like Akiva Fry to please come up to describe what goes on for Rabbi Marcus.
I want to first thank everyone for last night. Last night was one of the most beautiful experiences. Hearing people share their stories, hearing people share their working with their struggles, it was truly amazing. Thank you, everyone. It was a big plus to be in yeshiva year, 12th grade. Be part of Rabbi Frank Sashem. It's hard to really express in words what I had in Rabbi Frank Sashem, what I've gained from Rabbi Frank Sashem. Can't see Rabbi Frank, I can't see Rabbi. I feel like Rabbi humbles himself. He constantly humbles himself. He pretends he's a simple yid, and he's able to sit down with us and like search with us like a simple yid. He pretends he's a simple yid, and I think it's a beautiful thing. Thank you. Besides that, besides all the Torah and the knowledge he gives us not a separate thing. He gives us his heart and soul every day. Every single day I come to the Park Sashim, I feel like I'm returning. I feel like I'm coming back. It's coming back to where it's somewhere I belong. It's a place where there's It's a place where we learn to break walls. And from breaking those walls, we find big things in ourselves. And the Fox talks about that all the time. Talks about very, very similar ideas. He gets these ideas in different ways. I want to talk about Fox's excitement. His excitement for his rabbis. His excitement for his rabbis. His excitement for when he sees someone. When someone comes, when someone walks in, he gives them a hug like I haven't seen him in a week. It's huge. His excitement for Yiddishkeit inspires me. Yeah. Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you. I can't, there's no words. Rabbi. Thank you for creating such a beautiful place where we're accepted to feel and we're taught to feel. Thank you for making a place where the only way is to develop real relationships, real connections with Hashem. No other way. Thank you for creating a place with so much warmth and so much emes, in a place of so many things that are not emes. Thank you, Rabbi, for Shabbosim. I have no words for Shabbosim in Yeshiva. Thank you, Rabbi, for Zmiras. Thank you. During Shalosh I don't want to leave Shabbos. I don't want to leave Shabbos. I want to stay in Shabbos. During Shalosh I don't want to leave Shabbos. I just want to stay. I can't explain the feeling. Rebbe gives his heart to so many different guys in the yeshiva. The yeshiva is such a big yeshiva, so many guys. He's non-stop talking to kids, giving his heart. And sometimes it's hard to talk to him one-on-one. But I feel like Rebbe talks to me every day. I feel like Rebbe talks directly to me at Musar. I feel like Rebbe's talking directly to me during the Smiros. I feel like I'm getting closer and closer to Rebbe every single day. The Musar Rebbe gives every day changes my life. Thank you, Rebbe, for taking me into this amazing yeshiva. I want to thank our kids. Thank you for doing everything behind the scenes. Thank you. I want to thank my adventure buddy, Shalom Mendel. I want to thank my roommates, who, when I first came in, made me feel so comfortable. Daniel Manchik, one of the most real guys I know. One of the most authentic guys I know. Vicky Greenwald. I love you, baby. Yehuda Zalman. Shlomo Greenwald. You're a super cool guy, Shlomo. And you're a big Bob Regash. I learned a lot from you. Thank you, Duli Krupka. You're one of the most amazing listeners, but you're also one of the most amazing talkers. Thank you. This superstar, by way of France, through Canada, we were zeicha to this Ben Torah. We're saying a lot of goodbyes. This superstar we're keeping, Baruch Hashem. Ben Wolf, Yemen, please come up. Brilliant, sophisticated,
steady presence in the Beis Medrash. Ben Sion Margulies, please come up. Leader of the pack, again, sophisticated. That's a theme by Rabbi Farkas Ashir. Deep. His speech last night was electric. Deeply connected to Yiddishkeit. Daniel Munchik, please come up. Brilliant musically, brilliant person, and gentle soul. We're thankful he's part of our Chabura. Gab Ron, please come up. From LA, this warm, understanding, good listener, works hard on himself, a development Torah. Mayor Gohari, please come up. Baruch Hashem, this next Ben Torah is coming back, but a beautiful member of the Chabura, a Talmud Muvak of Rabbi Wisnicki, Yehuda Stam, please come up. Tremendous midas, powerful presence in the yeshiva and the weight room. Menachem Letterman, please come up. Sophisticated, deep, was Messiah of Mesivta, Talmud Muvak of Rabbi Wisnicki. Shimshon Klein, please come up. Warm, caring, loyal, loved, Shlomi Berger, please come up. Consistent, disciplined, sweet, strong, from, growing, Shlomo Hitanian, please come up. This Talmud Muvak of Rabbi Wisnicki from Baltimore, sophisticated, kind, gentle, Yisrael Azuri, please come up. This energetic, growing person has emerged as really one of the encouraging, growing person in our Chabura. Yassel Yudin, please come up. Talmud Movuk of Rabbi Wisnicki, thankfully coming back, will definitely be one of the leaders of the yeshiva this coming year. Respected, has grown tremendously. Yossi Pryzarovich, please come up. We're fortunate at the end of the year, a late season acquisition who has a beautiful cheer, has uplifted the Mesivta. Please come up, Zach Purtell. Purtell, please come up. Positive, kind, beautiful smile. Thank you, Zach. Avrami Gartnaus has done much for the yeshiva, but one of the great things Avrami did for yeshiva is bring this next bacher home. We love having this bacher in the yeshiva. Thank God he's going to return and be one of the leaders of the Mesivta. Zevi Gutman, please come up. Now, Achron, everything till now prepared us for this next name. He's a musical genius. You might want to hire him for your next simcha. You probably do. He's somebody who, to watch him daven is a treat. He's somebody who's sophisticated, kind, fun. Shlomo Rosenthal, please come up.